I'm Sabrina Register, Comcast Neighborhoods. Welcome to Issaquah, where recreational opportunities abound, giving the city its nickname, Trailhead City. While there's a lot to explore in the Issaquah Alps, that is Cougar, Tiger, and Squawk Mountains, there is plenty to do and see in town, including the newest exhibit here at Cougar Mountain Zoo. There's also a tasty tour of some sinful treats, and throw in a humongous hamburger for good measure. Issaquah is a town that is bursting with activity. Join us as we explore. Issaquah is a city with a charm all its own. Nestled in the foothills of the Cascades, the mountains provide a stunning backdrop for this community of 28,000 people. But it's not just the scenery, there's a friendly atmosphere that makes the visitor feel so welcome here. Issaquah became attractive to European-descended settlers not long after the Denny Party arrived in Seattle in the mid-19th century. Small family farms dotted the rugged landscape, growing one crop in particular.
In the 1870s, some people discovered that they could grow hops here fairly well. So a lot of the properties in the valley became hop farms, and the hops were sold to breweries in Seattle.
Like Renton and other surrounding areas, Issaquah, then known as the town of Gilman, enjoyed a period of coal mining. While black gold was abundant, a major obstacle stood in the way: transportation.
Problem was there was no railroad that came through here, and so it took about 2 weeks on a barge across Lake Sammamish, Lake Washington, through the Black River, and through the Duwamish Waterway to get to Seattle, where it could be shipped out and sold.
Exhibits on coal mining and timber, another industry that provided the town its economic backbone, can be viewed at Gilman Town Hall. The historic building was the community's public hall for a decade and briefly served as town hall until 1930. Walk the couple of blocks to the Issaquah Depot Museum, which has a lot of history attached to it.
This was an actual operating depot. It was constructed by the Seattle Lakeshore and Eastern. The tracks came through in about 1887, and they completed the depot in 1889. And that's what really opened Issaquah up and allowed it to begin to grow.
The depot served the community well for more than half a century, but in 1958, the depot was decommissioned. It stood idle until the 1980s, when volunteers spent a decade restoring it. Their hard work really paid off, as they exacted a replication of the original materials and structure. From railroad memorabilia to a vintage caboose, there's a lot to uncover here. A little off the beaten path in Issaquah is Cougar Mountain Zoo. Founded in 1972, it's an inviting space that looks and feels like an outdoor art park. But don't be fooled, not all of the animals are cast in bronze. Robin, tell us about these big cats.
These are our two oldest Bengal tigers. They are a little different from your average Bengal, though. They are showing the recessive gene colors. So, for example, Taj, who's sitting on the top platform here, he is a golden Bengal. And being a golden Bengal, he has cinnamon-colored stripes, and there are only 102 in the whole world. And the last one seen in the wild was in 1932, and unfortunately it had been poached. So, beautiful animal. Right below him is Almost. He is a royal white Bengal tiger, which people are more familiar with these days. And Almost, being a royal white, there's only about 400 in the world.
How much do Taj and Almost eat?
They eat about 10 pounds of meat a day, and they weigh close to 400 pounds each.
Wow.
They're my big babies.
Speaking of babies, the zoo is particularly proud of its growing wallaby family.
We do have a baby. His name is Hemlock, and he turned 1 year old on July 15th. We're hoping that his mom, Lantana, has another Joey in her pouch. We're not quite sure yet because it takes them a very long time to develop in there. They spend about 9 months in that pouch before they pop out. So we didn't see Hemlock until early this year, and we're really happy to see him because he is the first successful Joey offspring we've had at Cougar Mountain Zoo.
The zoo offers opportunities to learn more about the animals through educational lectures and behavior enrichment demonstrations. And then there are the experiences you create during up-close encounters. So Robin, who are these cute girls?
These are our mule deer. They actually were born at Washington State University's ungulate facility, and the oldest one is 2 years old. And these three, this is Willow, Bella, and Alice, and they are, they're only a year old.
While summer is a popular time to visit, the zoo is open year-round. Mark your calendar for the holidays when Santa and his reindeer pay a visit. Birthday celebrations are also special, although the cats are impatient with opening their gifts.
Wow, their favorite thing to do is to destroy boxes. It usually takes them about 3 seconds to tear apart something that's taken us about 4 hours to create.